Good morning and welcome to the chemistry lecture. Here, last time you have seen the deviations of real gases from Boyle's law, Avogadro's law, and Charles' law. And today you are going to learn the causes of deviations from gas laws. All of you know the real gases they obey ideal gas laws at low pressure condition. Okay, but when pressure is increased and temperature is increased, the real gases they shows the too much deviations from the ideal behavior. And all of you know the gas laws were derived from kinetic theory on the basis of following two assumptions. As real gases show deviations at low pressure and low temperature. These assumptions are not applicable to them under all conditions and can be explained as below. Here, the first assumption is that the actual volume of the gas molecules is negligible in comparison with the total volume of the gas. And this assumption is true at low pressure condition or at a normal conditions of pressure and temperature. This assumption found to be correct under normal conditions of temperature and pressure because under these conditions the volume of gas molecules is very small in comparison with the total volume of the gas and it can be neglected. But at very high pressure and low temperature the volume of the gas decreases to the considerable extent while the volume of molecules does not neglected here because the gas molecules are incompressible bodies. Thus, the volume of gas molecules becomes a measurable or sizable fraction of the total volume of the gas and cannot be neglected. Hence, at a high pressure and a low temperature, this assumption is not valid or not obeyed by the real gases. And it is shown diagrammatically here. The reasons for deviations from ideal behavior. And these are the two assumptions. They do not hold good in case of real gases under high pressure and high temperature condition. These two assumptions are the actual volume of the gas molecules is negligible in comparison with the total volume of the gas. Okay, but it is not negligible in case of real gases. We have to consider the actual volume occupied by the gas molecules. And the second assumption, that is there is no force of attraction between the gas particles, and this assumption is true in case of ideal gases but not in case of real gases. These two assumptions become wrong at high pressure and low temperature condition. Then here the gas particles they have volume as well as the attraction exists between gas particles and ideal according to the ideal gas laws at high temperature and low pressure we have the Pv it is equal to nRT and uh, Phi by N. P into Phi by N it is equal to RT. And this ratio Phi by N it is the molar volume. And the product of pressure into molar volume it is equal to RT in case of ideal gases, but it is not true in case of real gases. If we plot the graph of pressure versus volume, we have the parabola for the ideal gases and this type of graph for a real gases. And to find the gas equation in case of real gases, the van der Waals scientist he considered the volume correction term and pressure correction term. Here, the volume correction term it is due to the size of the gas molecules and the pressure correction term it is due to the intermolecular forces of the attraction that exert in between the gas molecules. Then the real gases obey ideal gas equation at a low pressure and high temperature, or the real gases they deviate from ideal behavior at high pressure and low temperature. The deviations becomes greater under high pressure and low temperature condition. Remember well. Then see here, suppose we have enclosed a gas in this jar and this jar it is with low pressure. We have enclosed the gas in this container and we kept this gas at a low pressure. Here the whole space which is available for the gas molecules it is occupied by the gas molecules, and all of you know the gas molecules are always in a random motion. They collides with each other and also on the wall of the container. Okay, again the volume occupied by this actual volume occupied by these gas molecules it is neglected in comparison with the total volume. Here total volume it is big and actual volume it is very less. So we neglect this volume occupied by gas molecules under low pressure condition. But if we increase the pressure, the volume decreases and the gas molecules they come very close to each other, and the picture it is like this. Here the gas molecules they are accumulated in this low volume or a less space, and in this case, the actual volume occupied by the gas molecules as compared to this total volume, it is not neglected, and this is due to the size of the gas molecules, and all of you know the gas molecules are incompressible bodies and also they are rigid bodies, and here to find the actual volume occupied by the gas molecules it is calculated by subtracting the free space or excluded volume, the space between the gas molecules due to the size or shape of the gas molecules. This is called as free space or excluded volume or co-volume or vibratory volume. And suppose phi it is the total volume of the gas, and if we subtract the free space or excluded volume or the co-volume, it is denoted by letter small b. We get the actual volume occupied by the gas molecules, and this is the volume correction term in the van der Waals equation, or in the ideal gas equation the phi volume it is replaced by phi minus b, and this b it is the free space in between the gas molecules under high pressure condition, and capital phi it is the total volume. So the volume correction term it is the phi minus b. Then, uh, then we will see the pressure correction term. Here, in case of ideal gases, according to the assumption of kinetic theory, there exerts no any intermolecular force of attraction between the gas molecules. But in case of real gases, it is not true. Suppose we consider this is the gas molecule. It is attracted by all neighboring gas molecules in all sides. So the resultant force of attraction on this gas molecule, it is not zero. It is not the resultant force of attraction here, it is not zero. But if we consider a bulk molecule, then the resultant force of attraction on the molecule, it is zero. But the molecule which is very near to the wall, it is dragged inside. There is no pull here or any surface molecule. It is dragged inside the bulk. So the molecules, they suffers a pressure on them, and the resultant force of attraction, it is not zero in case of real gases. Here, real gases will act ideal at a low pressure and high temperature condition. Okay, this is the case. If we consider any gas molecule in the bulk, it will get attracted from all sides, and the resultant force of attraction, it is zero on the molecule which is in the bulk. But if we consider any surface molecule, it is dragged down inside the bulk. So the resultant force at the surface of the molecules, it is not zero, and it is considered by the van der Waals. So we will see how the Fallum correction term is. See here, the intermolecular forces of attraction. This is the gas molecule which is inside the bulk. Uh, Then this molecule, it is attracted from all sides. So the resultant force of attraction, it is zero, and the molecule which is at the surface, it is dragged inside. So on this molecule there is a certain inward pull or inward force. The resultant force on this molecule, it is not zero, and here this is the another molecule which is very near to the wall, and it has a inward pull. So we have to consider all these pressure exerted by the gas molecules on at the wall of the container, and the pressure exerted on the molecules, it depends on density of the gas as well as the uh, d square, that means density square. And density, it is proportional, inversely proportional to volume. So we can write d, it is proportional to n by v. Therefore pressure, it is proportional to 1 by v square, or P, it is equal to A upon V square, where A, it is the proportionality constant, and it is also called as the van der Waals constant or pressure correction term, and A, it has a dimensions of pressure. So this is P, it is equal to A upon V square for 1 mole, and for n moles, we can write n p, it is equal to n square upon v square, and for n moles we can write a into n square upon v square. Therefore the corrected pressure term, it is the ideal pressure, it is equal to pressure exerted when there is no resultant force of attraction, and when there is a resultant force of attraction, it is given by A upon V square. Therefore, we have, this is the ideal pressure, it is equal to P plus A upon V square for 1 mole of gas, and for n mole of gas, here P plus A into n square upon V square. So, the for n moles, the volume correction term, it is given by phi minus n into B, where B, it is a specific volume or free volume or a free space, and the pressure correction term P plus A into n square upon V square, and this is the van der Waals equation for n moles of gas, and in this equation P, it is equal to pressure, P, it is equal to volume, T, it is equal to temperature, R, it is the gas constant, and A and B, these are the van der Waals constant. The A, it is the pressure correction term, and B, it is the volume correction term, and this is the van der Waals equation. It holds good for real gases.